What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another year, another post-draft recap and power rankings. Not going to be a very long video at all. Pretty much already made one. I messed up, so this is going to be take two. Not even going to do week one predictions because pretty much, if you look at the rankings, that should be enough to know where the predictions will have you at. I know, each matchup really is based on, you got defenses, teams going against different defenses. So, but I'm not going to do week one predictions just because I don't really feel like taking the time to do it. Not everybody watches them anyways. I know everybody's pretty much here for the power rankings. So we'll pretty much just get into it. I want to say thank you. I think 9 out of the 11 teams sent me power rankings. With the exception of Adam and Baker, and they're usually pretty involved in the league, so I'm not mad about it. They probably just got busy or something. Second straight year sponsored by Farley Customs. Anybody that hasn't been on this Instagram, go check it out. Jason does some badass custom shoe work. So thank you for the second year of sponsoring us. Other than that, let's just get into it. I guess we'll just go over how rankings are going to be. You got league rankings, which is all y'all that send in rankings is going to be combined into one, pretty much averaged out. With the exception of my rankings aren't going to be included in those because I'm going to have a separate commish ranking. And that's pretty much it. It was pretty interesting. My rankings are similar but very different too. But anyways, we'll introduce the league like last year. Everybody enjoys the pictures. The first matchup this year is me and Rick. As you can see, got a trophy. Former champ, 2020 champ. Record went down from, I was 26-26, I'm pretty sure last year was my overall record. Had a rough season last year, went 5-9, dropped me to 31-35, so now I've got a negative record. Rick, as you can see, probably has the worst record overall in the league, so it's only up from here for Rick. So we'll see how he does this year, see if he can start heading in the right direction. I will say Rick in 2020 was the runner-up, so he has seen somewhat some success in this league. Not a whole lot, but some. I drafted 6th this year. Rick drafted 12th. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Our rookie this year is Billy. He's going against our reigning champ, defending champ. Sorry about not putting it down here, Jared. I forgot to edit it. But as you can see, Jared is very happy about being champion. He's going to let us probably know for the next however many weeks, 17 weeks, 18 weeks, that he was the champion last year. So as you can see, this is Billy's rookie season. He drafted 3rd, and he's a drug dealer. Handsome man, but he is a drug dealer. Jared is got the same overall record as me after, I think he went, 10-4 last year? He had a really good record. Yeah, Jared went 10-4 in the regular season last year. Couldn't finish, or no, he did finish. Went 10-4 last year. He did finish. I think he had the second best regular season record behind Tibbs. Tibbs went like 12-2. So just honestly, an overall great year for Jared. He drafted 10th this year, and honestly has a pretty good team. See if he can repeat. Our brotherly matchup here, Adam versus Zach, week 1. Both are former champions. Adam in 2019, Zach in 2017. Adam with another 31-35 overall record. He's drafting 8th this year. Zach with the 32-34 overall record. I know that probably surprises a lot of people, but Zach, honestly, I'm happy with Zach. He sent me in some rankings this year. He's already being more involved than normal. But even with not being always as involved, pretty good overall record. Drafted 2nd this year. We'll see what kind of team he has. A good team. Baker, another former champion, going against Tibbs, who probably has one of the best, if not the best, winning percentage in the league. I think he's 4 seasons, not 5, but 34-19, that is a great record. Yeah, he has more wins than most of the league with 1 less season. He's drafting 9th this year. Obviously, can never finish, but had a damn good team last year. Derrick Henry probably missed like 10 weeks or I don't know how many weeks he missed or was out in the whole end of the year since he got hurt. But with Derrick Henry on that team, Tibbs probably wins the ship last year. And while Derrick Henry was healthy, it probably had one of the scariest teams of all time. Baker's drafting 5th. Tibbs is drafting 9th. The grudge matchup here, a lot of animosity in this matchup. You got Wade going against Duty. Very similar records. I think both have 3 years of that's going into account on their overall record. Now Wade has been here every year, but some of those years he didn't finish out, so I didn't count that towards his overall record. And likewise, I didn't count the Duty taking over the team towards his overall record. Duty's drafting 4th, Wade's drafting 7th. So we'll see how this matchup pans out. Like I said, a lot of animosity here. So I would say skill-wise and team-wise, or not skill-wise, but team talent-wise, Jared and Billy would probably be matchup of the week. But just due to the pure grudge match here, I'm going to say this is matchup of the week and the one that we want to keep an eye on. With our last matchup, you got Jason going against Hunter. Jason with a 30-36 overall record, drafting 11th, and Hunter with the most overall wins so far through our short fantasy history, I guess, league history. But a 39-27 overall record, very good record. He is not known to finish. Usually gets bumped out week 1 or 2 of playoffs, but got the pole position in drafting number 1. Took CMC, risky move, but we'll see if it pays off. And let's get straight into the league power rankings. So, league power rankings, it was very, very, very tight between Billy and Zach. And I will say Zach is the only reason he himself is the reason that he's not number 1. So Zach ranked himself 6 in his own power rankings. If he had not done that and just put himself 2nd or 3rd, he would have beat Billy out for the number 1 spot. That's how tight it was. But by him putting himself 6, dropped him down to number 2. Jared and Hunter are actually tied. But the reason I put Jared ahead of Hunter right here is because Jared ranked himself 3rd. Hunter ranked himself number 1 in his rankings. So if you take their, personal bias or whatever you want to call it, and throw it out, then Jared would be ahead of Hunter through everybody else's rankings. Myself, I come in at 5th. I think I edged Wade out by a point, and this is not, it's not taking into account my own rankings. Adam was just a little bit behind me and Wade, not as close, but he's kind of like in his own little bracket here. He's not very close to Duty and Tibbs, but not like super close to me and Wade in the rankings. Duty and Tibbs were very close, and then these 3 were very close as well. And actually, Jason and Rick are tied in the league rankings for 12th, but the same way I did Jared and Hunter, Jason ranked himself 11th in his rankings, and Rick ranked himself 7th in his rankings. So if you take their bias aside, which Jason really didn't have much bias because he put himself 11th, but if you take their picks out of it, Rick would be the clear-cut 12 and Jason would be the clear-cut 11. So, like I said, my rankings are somewhat similar, but very different in this middle area. So we get to my rankings. I got Billy, I got the Rook number 1 still, Zach 2, me 3, Jared 4. You could say me and Jared could be switched right here, and I really like Wade's team too. Honestly, I like Adam's team a lot too. Don't know how Adam ranked, which I don't know what they have him at 7. Adam's not got a bad team at all. I like my bench a lot with DeAndre and Kareem and some others there, but those are the main 2. I think you got Dalvin. Or no. Who was I thinking of? It's gonna be my lineup later on in the year. Be Dalvin Chubb. Yeah, so Dalvin Chubb, AJ Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, and Cam Akers, as my pretty much skill positions. I'm weak at tight end. I know a lot of these teams have better tight ends than me, but I'm kind of taking into account that I have a bench. I've got Kareem that could. I mean, what if he ends up on another team starting running back? I mean, even if Dalvin goes down, I got Madison. I did handcuff my guys, so that's why I kind of put myself here. I like my bench more than others. But to me, right here is kind of a cutoff. 7 and up can really not as much swap out, but some teams are going to get better, some teams are going to get a lot worse, and I think 7 and up is kind of a different skill, or not. The teams are a lot better than 8 through 12, and not saying they're that much better. These teams, well, maybe these teams are, you can say 9 through 1 can compete with each other. 10 through 12 here, not so much. And you never know in fantasy, but I do not like teams 10 through 12 as much. But I did take bench into consideration. What teams might look like week 7, week 9, week 5, whatever. But these are my rankings. Not too much different, but that's pretty much all I got for you. Like I said, I'm not going to do predictions. You can pretty much look at my rankings and see who I think is going to win. This matchup's going to be tight right here. I think it's got Billy winning by 10 right now. Could be based on who some guys are having to go against. Like if you're going against Buffalo's defense, you're probably not going to get many points out of that guy. I mean, just is what it is. But that's about all I got for you guys. Good luck week 1, and I'll see you week 2.